everybody. Val, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. How are you?
I'm doing good. Jam everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna talk a little less than I usually do.
Yeah.
Because my
I
voice
hear
is
you. I
still
hear you
recovering.
loud and clear. How are you?
It doesn't help probably that
I'm doing
smoke a little
good.
bit.
Jam everybody.
So
yeah,
I'm not complaining. I'm just stating some facts, you know. I see
because my
Eunice
voice
is in the
is
building,
still recovering.
Style. We got Rad.
It doesn't help
VJ
probably
Deliria.
that
I got to see
smoke a little bit.
I got to see VJ
So,
Deliria. That was really cool.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just stating some
Eunice,
facts.
obviously.
You know,
y'all already know.
I see Eunice is in the building.
But I also got to see her
Style.
performance.
We got
Eunice,
Rad.
if
We
you want
got
to come
VJ
and talk,
Deliria. I got
most
to
welcome.
see VJ Deliria.
And then VJ
That was really
Deliria,
cool.
I got to see at the
I saw
lunch and
Eunice,
brunch.
obviously. Y'all already know. We performed
Buddha and
together.
I
But I also got to see
hosted.
her performance. Eunice, if you want to
We
come
got
and
to
talk,
hang out a
most
little
welcome.
bit. That was cool.
And then
really
VJ Deliria, I got to see at
so today,
lunch and brunch.
Let's go back to
event
the beginning.
that Buddha
Today
and I
we are
hosted.
doing
So
layers.
we got to
There's
hang
layers
out
to this,
a little
season
bit.
4,
That was
episode
cool.
3.
Really
This
glad
is the
to hang
NFT
out.
NYC recap.
So today,
now
let's go back to
we're
the
actually
beginning.
going to be doing a few recaps.
We are
this is the
doing
first one. So we'll be talking
layers,
about that
there's
plan.
layers to this. Season 4,
but yes, for
episode
anyone
3.
who's watching on
This is the NFT
LinkedIn
NYC recap.
or YouTube, or
now
in the future,
we're actually going to be
live
doing
stream recap.
a few recaps.
I'm
This is the
Creatrix,
first one.
Sara Imora.
So we'll be
I'm
talking
wearing
about
my
that
The
plan.
Fallen Ordinals
But yes, for anyone who's
exclusive
watching
merch
on
from Oni. So if you're
LinkedIn
watching
or
the
YouTube
live stream, I'm
or
wearing the shirt.
in the future,
So
the
shout
live
out to the
stream
Oni
recap.
and
I'm
to
Creatrix,
the Oni Force
Sara Imora.
fam.
I'm wearing my The Fallen
I'm a 3D
Ordinals exclusive
artist, also
merch
VR
from
performance
Oni.
artist.
So if you're watching
Really
the live
like to do this
stream,
with
I'm
Mary.
wearing the
I like
shirt.
to try all things.
So shout out to the Oni and to the Oni
Force.
So
yes,
fam.
right now currently focused on VR performance.
I'm a 3D
I want to
artist,
bring VR
also a VR performance artist.
to music festivals,
really multi-use museums. I like to try all things.
The biggest stages in the world. Places that have the biggest display screens, the state-of-the-art tech.
I want to bring
and state-of-the-art music
to music
that's
festivals,
where I want to be.
museums,
so if you've got any suggestions,
and the biggest stages in the world.
My DMs are
the biggest display
with that,
screens,
I'm going to pass it over to my co-host,
state-of-the-art tech
Dizzle.
and state-of-the-art music.
Yeah,
that's where I want to be. So if you got any suggestions for who I should talk to, my DMs are open. With that, I'm going to pass it over to my co-host,
seeing a lot of people, having a lot of conversations. Yeah, what's up, everybody? GM. Episode 3, huh? I was already feeling like we're on episode 10. I feel like we've been doing a lot of content, seeing a lot of people, having a lot of conversations. So I really felt like that was all with to this episode. And Gary here we are. I was gifted my very first NFT from Gary. Hello, everyone. My name is Valerie, aka V Dizzle. For at least $120,000. I started in the space back in 2021. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't even realize there were cycles. I was gifted my very first NFT from Gary that I wanted to give away. I could have sold for at least $120,000, but I was a newbie, didn't know what I was doing, didn't even realize there were cycles, didn't know there was ups and downs. I just thought there was ups. So I didn't sell. I held on. I wanted to see what I could do full-time in the space. That's another story for another day. What I do now, but that's what really got me introduced into the ecosystem. People to people. And started learning about the tech and wanted to see what I could do full-time in the space. So what I do now is I love throwing events. I love building the community. I love connecting people to people. And so I host meetups here in San Diego called San Diego NFT Friends. Let them know. Feel free to message me. I love to meet them and meet you. We also live stream our events sometimes, so don't worry if you can't make it out to San Diego. You can always tune in and listen to our awesome panelists. But I also love doing bigger events. So I've got a Web3 event planning and management company called Red Rug Edutainment. And we were part of an awesome event for OniForce out in New York. And, we'll touch on that. I'm not sure if we're going to touch on that on today's episode. It might be tomorrow's. Because as Preacher said, we're going to split up our days with the episodes because there's a lot of ground to cover, a lot of funny stories, a lot of events, a lot of
We do this
learning.
about once a month from time. A lot of ground to cover,
but,
a lot of funny stories,
Preachers,
a lot of
what are we
events, a lot
covering?
of
Just
learning.
we're gonna give a
So
little
all the
bit
good
of everything
things.
from
But
throughout the
yeah,
week.
Preachers,
Like,
what do you think? Are we
what do you
covering
plan?
just day one? Or we're gonna
Well,
give a
good
little bit of
question.
everything from throughout the week? Like,
I'm not really
what do you
sure.
plan?
Okay, so here's what I was thinking. Today could be
Well,
we
good
can go wherever we want to go.
question.
But for
I'm not
I
really
guess
sure.
for
Okay, so
continuity
here's what I
wise,
was
we should
thinking.
probably start at
Today
day
could
one.
be we can go wherever we want to go.
And then we'll go
But
from there.
I guess for continuity wise,
yeah.
we should probably
What
start
do
at
you
day
think?
one. And then we'll go from there.
We'll probably keep this maybe
What
to
do
an
you think?
hour. Because if you guys haven't seen,
I like it.
or
Sounds
haven't
good.
seen, everyone's
We'll
about the
probably
nodes
keep
and
this
preparing for
maybe
the upcoming rune.
to
So
an
I
hour.
myself
Because
am one of
if you
those
guys
people,
haven't
and
seen all
so
over your time
I really
feed,
want to make sure
everyone's
I
about
tune
the
in
nodes
into
and
other
preparing
spaces so
for
I
the
can learn
upcoming
more.
runes. So
So
I myself
I
am
think
one
if
of
you guys
those
want to come
people,
up,
and
everyone's
so
more than welcome to
I
share
really
about
want to make sure
their
I
NFT
tune in
NYC
into other
experience, or
spaces
even
so I
if you
can learn
weren't there
more.
and some of the
So
posts that you're seeing.
yeah, I think if you guys want to come up, though,
Sharing your
everyone's more
thoughts.
than
So
welcome to
this
share
is
about their
open, so
NFT
feel free
NYC
to come up
experience,
if you
or even if you
want to chat
weren't
with
there
us.
and some of the posts that you're seeing. Sharing your
Yeah, I
thoughts.
think
So this is
that's a good
open, so feel
good call
free to
out.
come up if you
Also,
want to chat
Val,
with
why
us.
don't we start with your day one?
Yeah,
Actually, I think that's a good call out. Also, Val,
really,
why don't we
kind
start
of
with
day
your
zero, I guess we should say, because we kind of landed in New
Yeah,
York
actually,
the
you know
same
what?
day.
I think we should start
But
with your day one.
you were
Well,
showcasing
really,
some art
kind of day zero, I guess we should say,
on
because we
that
kind of
Monday
landed
last week,
in New
weren't
York
you?
the same
But you just
day.
weren't there to see
But
it. Did you get a chance
you were
to see it?
showcasing some art
Yeah, well, no, I didn't get a chance
on
to
that
see it,
Monday
and
of last
actually,
week, weren't you?
that's a good
But you just
that's a good
weren't there
point.
to
I'm
see
gonna
it.
see if I can pull it
Did you
up
get a
here
chance
on
to go
my
see it?
X, and show it on
well,
screen.
no, I didn't get a chance to see
So
it.
yeah,
and
my
actually
art was shown.
That's a good point. I'm gonna
At
see if I
the
can pull it up
Oculus,
here on my X
the Canvas
and
3.0
show it on the
gallery
screen.
in the Oculus,
So yeah, my art was shown
where I believe Eunice
at
actually
the
performed
Oculus,
one of those nights.
the Canvas
And her art
3.0
was
gallery
also
in the
shown
Oculus,
there. We were in the same exhibition,
where
which
I
was
believe
on
Eunice
April
actually
4th, I
performed one
believe,
of those nights.
at the
And
NFT
her art was
NYC.
also shown
So actually, I have my
there.
art shown
We were in the
there
same
at that
exhibition,
gallery,
which was
3
on
times
April
this
4th, I
past
believe,
week.
at the Not
Which is
NFT
wild.
NYC. So actually, I have my art shown
Yeah.
there at that gallery.
Yeah, the
3
first
times
one. Sorry, go
this
ahead.
past week, which is
Wow.
wild.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let me try to pull up the first one.
Yeah,
so the
the
first one is
Sorry, go ahead.
on
No, I was going to ask you. So, what
hologram.
were the
Let me
art
see if I can
pieces?
pull
I'd
it
love to see them.
up just by
Yeah, let me try to
putting it
pull up the
here. Oh, here
first
we go.
one.
Yes.
So the first
So
one
this one is called One Love. This is the first one that was
Let
shown.
me see if I can pull it up.
So this was April
Just
1st.
by putting
And
it
this
up here.
was
Oh,
this
here
is
we
a
go. Yes.
gift.
So this one is
It
called One
actually
Love.
is only open for
This
2
was
more
the
days.
first one that was shown.
So if you would like to collect
So
it,
this was April 1st.
you should
And this
go
is
do
a
that
gift.
soon. It's only
It actually is
0.01
only open for 2
and
more
it's
days.
available
So
on
if you would like to collect it,
Polygon,
you
Base,
should
and
go
BNB
do that
chain.
soon. It's
So
only
you can mint it
0.01
on any one of
ETH, and
those.
it's available on
There we go.
Polygon, Base, and BNB chain. So you can mint it on any one of those.
Like, what was behind this piece?
There we go.
And why
so
One Love? Was this a
specifically,
thing
I made
they
this one
gave
for the
you,
One Love
or was this
DAO
your choice? Like, what was
exhibition,
behind
and it
this
was called
piece?
One Love. That was the whole.
Yeah,
and it's called One Love
One
DAO.
Love
So I really
made
wanted
this
to make
one for
something
the One Love
specifically for
DAO
this
exhibition,
to
and it was
be
called One
in
Love.
the theme
That
of
was the
love or
whole-
One Love.
and it's called One Love DAO.
And it
So
just seemed really appropriate.
I really wanted
for
to
me
make something
just,
specifically
write it out
for
in 3D
this.
form.
They wanted it to be in the theme
and
of
since
love or
Holograph
One Love.
doesn't support
And it just seemed really
3D
appropriate for me
GLB
to
mints
just,
yet,
write it
I
out in
created a
3D
GIF
form.
to show
And since
the
Holograph
process of
doesn't
making it.
support 3D
to give
GLB
people a way
mints
to look
yet.
at it. Yeah.
I
So
created
yeah,
a gift
check it out. We got 2 more days on that one.
Show the
Um,
process of making it.
and that was day one. Day
to give
one
people a way to
also
look at
I
it, yeah.
was I
So
showed
yeah,
a different
check it
artwork
out.
at
We have 2
Loom
more days on that one.
Studios, thanks to Palm DAO.
And that was day
And
one.
let me see if I can pull it up.
Day one also.
That was my AI artwork.
I showed a
It's
different
one of my
artwork
like
at Loom
indigenous art pieces
Studios,
that
thanks to
I
Palm
put out
DAO.
recently. Let me see.
And let me see
Find
if I
it.
can
Oh
pull it
dear.
That was my AI artwork.
Paragraph.
It's
So
one of my,
another thing
like,
I did this
indigenous
year was
art
I made
pieces
a blog
that I
with
put
all
out
of
recently.
my
Let me see if I
events
can
that I
find
was
it. Oh,
part
dear.
of. Let's see if I can pull it up.
Paragraph. So another thing I did this year was I made a
This piece that
blog
was showing up
with
Loom,
all of my
was
events
this
that I was
on
part of. Let
Monday?
me see if I can pull it
Last
up.
Monday? Or was this on Tuesday?
So
This
this
was
piece that was showing
Tuesday.
up
Oh
Loom,
gosh, I don't know. What was April
was this
1st? Was April 1st
on
Monday?
Monday?
Yeah.
Monday.
Last
Yeah.
Monday? Or was this on
Yeah,
Tuesday?
it was Monday. So Monday,
This was
Monday, this
Tuesday.
was
Oh
when
gosh,
this
I
was
don't
shown
know.
on the
What
One
was April
Love,
1st? Was April 1st Monday? Yeah.
Monday.
and also
Yeah.
the Loom Studios. So my art
Yeah,
was
it
shown
was
on
Monday.
April 1st.
So
At
Monday,
those
Monday
two places, and
was
then
when
April
this was
2nd.
shown. The One Love,
Oh God, I need to
and
find.
also the
I need to
Loom
find
Studios. So my art was shown on April
I need to find the
1st.
blog or the
At
article
those
that I
two
wrote
places,
with all
and
the
then
things
April
because I cannot
2nd.
keep it all together in my head. Just
Oh
off the top
God,
of my
I need to
head.
find the.
I'm trying to remember, and I'm just scrolling
I need
through
to
right
find
now
the
my
blog
timeline,
or
and
the
I'm
article that I
remembering
wrote
like
with
all
all
these
the
things that I
because
did.
cannot
Oh my
keep
goodness,
it all
this is why we're
together in my
doing
head, just off the top
multiple
of my head.
days. So this is what we're gonna do today.
I'm
We're
trying
just
to
gonna talk
remember,
about day
and I'm
one,
just scrolling through right now my timeline,
and maybe day
remembering,
two, day
like,
one and
all
day
these
two, because
things
day
that I
one
did.
technically
Oh
we
my
weren't
goodness.
there
This is why we're doing
for April
multiple
1st.
days. So this is what we're gonna do.
So here we
Today
go.
we're
Okay.
just gonna talk about day one.
Here it is. This is what I
And maybe
wrote.
day two. Day one and day two. Because day one technically weren't there
So hot right now.
for April
So
1st.
hot right now, right? Because New
so here we
York
go. Okay.
was so hot right then
Here it
when we were
is.
all talking about
This
it.
is what I wrote.
Trying to figure out what how we're going.
It's formatted.
So
and
hot
all
right
that
now.
jazz.
So hot
Okay,
right
here
now,
it
right?
is.
'Cause
Okay.
New York
So you can
was so
follow
hot
along.
right then when we were all talking about it. Trying to figure out how we're going
to April 1st.
and all that jazz.
April
So
1st.
here it
One
is.
Love DAO.
Okay. So you can follow
All
along.
right. That was really cool. The Canvas Global. They had
Doo,
Gabe
doo,
Weiss
doo.
there.
April
Had some
1st.
DJ sets.
April
And a
1st.
lot of
One
cool
Love
stuff.
DAO.
That's by Jenny Pepin
All right.
and
That was
Sarcasm.
really
They're the
cool.
DAO founders.
The Canvas Global.
The second
They had
one,
Gabe
the second
Weiss
event, like I
there.
mentioned, Loom Studios.
DJ
It's right here.
sets. They had
It
a lot
was
of cool
the Palm
stuff.
Network,
That's by Jenny Pepin
the
and
Culture
Sarcasm.
Network
They're
at
the DAO founders.
NYC.
The second
L2.
the second event, like I mentioned,
You know, there's
Studios,
layers to this, right?
right
So
here.
this is an L2.
It was
the layer
the Palm
2.
Network.
All right.
The Culture
Yes.
Network at NFT.
And I minted Matriarchal
L2.
Reality.
Well, you
that was
know,
the
there's
name
layers to this,
of
right? So this is an L2.
the
layer 2
artwork I made.
All right.
The name of the exhibition was Egalitarian
And I minted
Utopia.
Matriarchal
So
Reality.
essentially, this is my
That was the
idea
name
of what
of
a utopia that's
the
actually fair and
artwork I made.
equitable for everybody.
The name of the exhibition
in my
was
mind, it would be a
Egalitarian
matriarchy.
Utopia.
Okay, we
So
live in a
essentially,
patriarchy.
this is
We know that
my
doesn't
idea
work.
of what
It's
a
not all
utopia
equal,
that's
right?
actually fair
So
and
in
equitable
my
for everybody would be like.
ideal situation,
In my mind,
in
it
my
would be a
utopia,
matriarchy.
it would be a matriarchy.
Okay, well, we live in
And
a
here
patriarchy.
is
We know that
what I
doesn't
imagine
work.
one of the matriarchs.
It's not all
would look like.
equal, right?
So
in my
So, yeah,
ideal situation,
that's
in my
that.
utopia, it would be a
I've told
matriarchy.
creators before,
And here
but
is what I
one
imagine
of
one
my
of the
favorite
matriarchs
art
would look
pieces
like.
are what she does, her indigenous
So, yeah,
artworks. And
That's that.
I feel like we haven't
I've
seen
told
much of
creators
this
before, but
in the Web3 space.
one of
So
my
I'm
favorite
always
art
super
pieces are when
grateful
she
that you're
does her
putting out,
indigenous
art that looks like
artworks,
this and
and
shows
I
more
feel like we haven't
representation
seen
of
much of
women
this
and women of
in the
color
Web3
and
space.
the
So I'm
indigenous
always
people.
super
So I
grateful
love
that you're
it.
putting
And
out art that looks
when
like
we went
this
to
and
Loom, because
shows
we
more
did make it to
representation of
Loom
women and women of
when
color
we
and
landed that day on
the
April
indigenous
2nd.
people. So I love
Did we
it.
miss it?
And
No,
when we
it
went to
was
Loom,
the
'cause
day
we
we
did
went to
make it to
Loom was April
Loom
2nd. That was
when we
and
landed that
and
day
this
on
was on
April
April
2nd.
1st. So it seems like Loom had
Did we
different
miss
shows
it?
every day.
No, it was the day we went to Loom was April 2nd. That was, and this was on April 1st. So it seems like Loom had different shows every day.
This is the second best we can get,
Gotcha.
I guess. But this is beautiful.
Gotcha. Yeah, this would have been awesome to see up
Thank
in
you. Yeah,
the
it's
glowing
fun
lights,
it's fun
the
to
digital
explore
screens, but
this side, right?
this is the second best we can get, I
you
guess.
know, of
But
our
this is
culture,
beautiful.
and I can't really do this always in
Thank
3D.
you.
So
yeah, it's fun
AI
to
has
it's
been
fun
one way
to
for me
explore
to
this side, right?
you know, put out this artwork that
of
I
our
that I
culture,
want
and
to see in the
I can't really
world,
do this
that we maybe
always
don't see
in
very
3D.
often.
So AI has been one way for me
So
to
yeah, that was day one.
you know,
The
put
day
out this
that we
artwork
weren't there.
that I
I'm gonna see if I can pull up a photo from Loom Studios. I know I did see some.
So yeah,
day two, we were supposed to go to this event. So this is April 2nd, which we're calling day two, but it's technically the first day we were there. Okay, I know it's confusing, but just roll with us.
Day two,
Okay,
we
so
were supposed to go to this event.
Pizza
So this is
Bazaar,
April 2nd,
Astrofest,
which we're calling
I did
day
not
two,
make
but
it out there. I wish I
the first
did,
day we were
but
there.
I'm pretty sure
Okay, I know,
that
it's confusing.
Eunice did, as she just came up on stage.
Okay, so we were supposed to go to this
maybe
Pizza
she could be
Bazaar,
our reporter
I did not make
on
it
this
out
one.
there.
How
I
was
wish
this
I
event,
did.
Eunice? How'd it
But
go?
I'm pretty
Thanks for
sure
coming out.
that Eunice did, as she just came up on
The
stage.
Third Planet
So maybe
Studio
she could be
Astrofest, April 2nd.
our reporter on this one. How was this event, Eunice? How'd it go? Thanks for coming out.
Wait, which one?
The Third Planet Studio Astrofest, April 2nd.
The venue was huge. My set was like midnight, so it died down when I was there. But I imagine it was popping earlier. But they definitely did a good job picking the venue. But yeah, I went in at midnight.
How was it though? Like, did you have a good performance? I wasn't there. I missed it.
Yeah, I had a good performance. I was DJing the set, and there was visuals in the back, so it ran pretty smoothly. But yeah, that my first day was crazy too, because I did another show before that. I played the Pepe Punks before that, so it was like me going to the VIP dinner at the conference, did the Pepe Punk show. Oh, actually, I went to the Pools meetup before that. Yeah, did 2 shows, a dinner, and like 2 other things. So first day was definitely my most hardworking day there.
Sounds like you're at a pool party now. Girls just want to have fun.
I'm still in New York. I'm at a thrift store with Dojo.
Oh, fun.
We're post event. But yeah, I'm in New York taking care of business and that. So yeah, I'll be here all week.
True. Well, say hi. Send our hellos. And dude, yeah, you got after it. Jesus, I didn't even make it to the speaker dinner. I didn't make it there. I didn't make it at Astro Planet. I went to one thing that night, dude. I was so tired from traveling. I hung out with my friend Vero pretty much most of the day. And then when Valerie got there, we just went to check into our Airbnb and kind of, got stuck getting ready. Literally just went to Loom to that stellar Tezos show. But
I think you should talk about. Oh, go ahead, Eunice. Go ahead.
No, I was just lamenting. I really wanted to go to Loom. That was one that I definitely wish I went. So I bet there was just like really good art, and yeah, I missed that one. But hey, not to make you feel bad, but I'm about to make you feel bad. Me personally, like performing for NFT NYC for free, and that like what they pay you back with is the VIP dinner where like you network the fuck out of it. So just a little alpha. Next time you do it, definitely show up for the VIP dinner. Oh, by the way, it's not a dinner. They're not trying to feed you. They're just passing out like a tiny bite of hors d'oeuvres like every 20 minutes. So definitely don't go there starving. It's not a real dinner. Not a real dinner.
Oh my gosh, I can't. Yes, I do remember that, Eunice, actually. That's some good alpha. I did go to the VIP dinner, 2022. or 2023. I don't remember. One of those two. I went, and it was cool. But it wasn't like a full on dinner. So it's a little misleading that they call it dinner. It should just be called hors d'oeuvre hour or something. I don't know.
That's so misleading, because I would imagine like, usually like similar to a wedding, right? You get to choose between like fish and chicken or chicken and steak, and then you sit at round tables. You have your little name on a little placard, and you sit down, and okay, you have your plate of chicken and vegetables. That's how I imagine it. I can't believe it's not like that.
Like 3 years ago, they literally put Panda Express on a spoon, and that was you pick up one spoon and you get one bite of Panda Express.
Oh my
boy. Who's gonna? I'm sure they know by now. I'm sure people have said, "Yo, you need a." Well, obviously, A1 pay your speakers and your performers and your artists, but of course, let's get a real meal. It can't be calling it this dinner, VIP dinner. How is that even? I don't know.
Okay, all right. That's enough. That's enough of that. I'm getting hungry, so let's cool it on the dinner talk for a minute. What was I gonna say? Okay, VJ Deliria posted a picture of us. So I just have to show some love.
Aww, that's a good picture. Where's this taken at?
This was inside the Artist Village. I think this was on day 3, because I'm wearing the orange thing, and I wore that like the 3rd day or something. Yes. I think I was actually, Eunice, I think that was right before we went to that performers brunch, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you mean Tommy's lunch afterwards?
Yeah, the lunch that Tommy put together.
Yeah, that was nice of him.
Yeah, I think that's the day that I saw Alma there that we're in that photo.
We should do a meal next time. I tried to throw a picnic, but no, like everyone was leaving that day, and then now it's kind of a Web3 mystery. I kind of want to keep that up. Like every year, I'm just gonna plan a secret picnic, and like I won't show up.
Oh my gosh. You're just gonna plan to not show up.
So you just see a bunch of Web3 people at Central Park, like, where's the capybara picnic? Are you here for the capybara picnic? Sorry guys, I definitely trolled y'all for my I'm the worst event planner ever, but I will try harder next year.
You gotta call in the professionals, Eunice. Valerie's event planning profesh. So if you wanna do it right, hit her up.
There we go.
That's right.
It's gonna be capybara theme. We're just gonna lay on the grass and chill like capybaras, and that's all the criteria, really.
That sounds easy enough. Easy enough and chill. I'm way more, actually way more down for these events that are more chill. I feel like that was definitely the vibe I was needing and wanting, and there was a few that were leaning towards that throughout the week, but obviously the evening events were more ragers and lots of fun, of course, but yeah, I want people to throw more chill events where we could just talk. So I have to follow through on that too. I'll definitely be throwing more parties, not parties, I guess more just chill vibes, to hang out and talk and eat and drink. Yes.
Yeah, it was so cold this year. That's why it rained in the morning. I was like, nobody wants to go to a picnic right now. But that is definitely the most cost effective, chill, healthy way to end NFT NYC. Just go touch grass with people you like and talk, do whatever. Bring your own ... So next year, guys, the capybara picnic. Is it real? Is it not? We'll find out.
Yeah, actually, day one that I landed, it was windy. Like the wind was blowing me to the side. I couldn't even walk straight. It was pretty windy. And definitely rain. Creatrix and I got caught in the rain a few times, got caught in between buildings with like gusts of wind, with no umbrella. It was kind of a wild first couple of days, right?
Yeah, we were like I remember at some point when we were walking to the women's brunch. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just found a really cool photo of my art at the Loom. Look at this. Okay, look at this. Look at the here, hang on, let me just make it.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
showing behind this DJ. Can you see that? Hang on, I'm trying to like, oh, that's so cool. Do you see that? It's like projecting behind the DJ.
Giving jungle theme. I like it. Very
Right?
tropical. Yeah.
Shoot, I just
Cool.
saw this.
Who captured that or who posted it?
This was by Build on Palm Network. So it's like a blockchain in L2, and they hosted this event highlighting the Palm Network. So it's like a pre NFT NYC. Looks like all these people were part of it. County Digital, Consensus, Absolute Labs, Rarible, Magic Labs, Palm Foundation, and Rug Radio. So that was the event on April 1st that I didn't get to go to, but my art was there. Yeah.
Awesome. Congrats. That's always nice. I know when people capture it and you get to see your art there and good quality photos too. So
Yeah, it's
awesome.
the best when they actually do capture. Sweet.
Why don't you talk about your crazy story of your Uber ride to from the airport?
Oh yeah, I guess that was day one too. Yeah, and while I'm talking about this, I'll keep looking through the photos from this event. So y'all can see the vibe. But yeah, my Uber driver from JFK. So I landed in JFK, which first of all you should try to avoid doing because it's the furthest away from the city. All right, so there's a little tip for you. Let's see. So I had about an hour and a half ride into the city. And while we were, on the road, we got to talking, and it turns out we had a lot of things in common. By the end of the trip, we had covered a lot, and one of the things we covered was, my love for the holy herb, cannabis. You may know. And this guy, the Uber driver, turns out he was also a real estate agent in the city, and he was able to find this dispensary location, a really beautiful, historic. It used to be a cigar factory, but it has been remodeled into a cannabis dispensary. So he suggested that I host an event there. And I was like, well, I'm already kind of producing an event because, as you guys know, Valerie and I got this grant. By the way, we're still running a $100 in Bitcoin giveaway. So if y'all want to join that, maybe Valerie could drop the what is it called, like the graphic with all the instructions in the comments while I finish
On
this
it.
story.
Yes, I'll get that. I'll share that in just a moment. I'll let you guys know. But continue on. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, I basically at the end of the trip, he's like, yeah, you should really go talk to these people, check out this dispensary. It's really sweet. I think it'd be a great place for you to host a meetup. I was just like, okay. So I got to my friend's house, my friend Beto, who I was staying with. I told her the idea. She's like, that sounds cool. Let's go meet them.
Uh-oh. You getting the coughs? The voice? Yeah. Okay, just drink some water. I can continue the story if I kind of know it, or do you want me to give you a second? Yeah? Okay. So, yeah, basically yeah, so this Uber driver gave her this recommendation of this dispensary. Creatress was staying with her awesome friend Vero, who she happened to meet during the clubhouse days. So I believe this was like around her second time staying with Vero. I got to meet her too. She's like super sweet, really, really nice. Her place in New York is like pretty fucking dope. Like she has decorated her house with art, she painted the walls, she's like photographer, filmmaker, like she's actually pretty cool. So I was really grateful Creatress introduced us. But um yeah, on day one, Creatress was networking and got caught up with Vero, and they went to go tour the dispensary. And she shared some pictures. I don't know if she's gonna be able to pull up what the venue looked like, but it's pretty dope. She had explained to us that there's some of like these old cigar storage boxes with like engraved names from like way back when, and they were looking at where she could project some of her art if she was going to do some live VR performances. And yeah, from the sound of it, on when she came back and told us, it sounded like it was just really a perfect place to host like a more of an intimate, invite only kind of event. Oh, here it is. Here's the venue. It looks like she's pulling it up. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. Why don't you give us, if you can, are you okay to talk now? Like, tell us, what did it smell like, look like, feel like? I mean, it kind of looked like luxurious in a way. So, was it like that? I didn't actually make it out. I had another brunch I had already committed to. Otherwise, I would have been here. But yeah, it looks pretty dope.
Hello. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, y'all, like I said, my throat, but the coughing and all, yeah. Anyway, so thanks for taking over, Val. And you have heard the story.
Yo, everyone got sick. We caught the fucking Web3 flu again. Like I caught the Miami one that happened too. So you're
Are
not
you
alone.
also feeling sick, Eunice?
Yeah, I'm a little stuffy. Like I'm not
Oh man.
tired, so that's good. But wow, that place looked dope. It was huge.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. I see VJ Deliria just came up here. She was there, so she can give some insight too. This is the downstairs. This is where we had our event. It was in the downstairs lounge smoking area, and in the back, there's this private room where people used to store their cigars, because it was a cigar club. And in a cigar club, you can usually like get a box. It's this like cool lock box where they keep your cigars. So anytime you come in, you open it up, you take them out, and you got your stuff to smoke. So yeah, we got to use that back room and that spot where they used to store the cigars. Here's looks like their grand opening. This is the first private event that's ever happened at this dispensary. This dispensary just opened very recently. So we were the first people to do a partnership event with them. And it's owned and operated by majority Dominican uh, family partnership. So shout out to the Latinos. Let's go. BJ, what do you think? Thanks for coming.
Hey, I love seeing you. First of all, it's amazing. I feel like this is a like a yearly pilgrimage, right, of the like NFT people, and it's definitely evolved over the years. But it's always been amazing seeing you, meeting new people as well. I had a great time. There's a bunch of events happening. I'm no longer letting FOMO get to me, so I mostly go to events that I'm involved in or where my friends are in. And one of those places or events is your party that you did, your private events that you did with Buddha. And that was amazing. I follow him for a while as well. So that was the first time that we got to meet in person. And I think that was super rad. The dispensary so also like such a gem to find, because having a dispensary working and connecting with Web3 NFT projects here in New York is such a dream come true. Like I've been looking for that type of vibe for a long time, and I was just very grateful to be there. Vibes were on point. And yeah, I commend you for that. That was a great time. The room downstairs was like such a cool vibe. It felt like going back to the prohibition era, like where all these like hidden hangouts underground in the like New York underground are. That was super cool. And yeah, and the coolest thing was that I got to walk away with a goodie bag, which I think is the best goodie bag that I've gotten in NFT NYC. So thank you for that.
Oh, what was in the goodie bag?
We had like two different types of strains, indica strains. And was there, I think it was the blonde as well. I haven't opened yet. So let's fucking go.
Oh my God. Thanks for coming, VJ. You're the best. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that whole thing where like I only go to events that I'm part of or that like my friends are part of and I really want to support them because you just can't make it everywhere. Like as it is, I spent so much money on Uber and I didn't even go to all the events. Like had I gone to every single event I wanted to go support, I wouldn't have made it even home, like it's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm happy you got a chance to come out and yeah, the goodie bags were wild. I gotta give it up to Paper Buddha. He sponsored the whole event. I just found it. I did also we had fruits. We had this fruit brand that sponsored as well. I was able to find them kind of last minute and they were so cool. They dropped off 50 bottles of like really good juices for the event. So that was really cool. Let me see if I can pull up their info and I'll show you guys that these guys are in Web3 and I believe they're open to sponsoring more events. So if you're looking for some sort of thing like that, I don't know what state they're in, but I'm just saying, I'll get you in touch with them if you want. So yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, I gotta give it up to Paper Buddha and my friend Vettel for being just down to produce with me because I was not really like that into producing a whole nother event so last minute. But they were so down that I was like, all right, let's do this. We can do this together. So yeah,
Listen, I was going to say real quick, something that I learned about Creatress is she is a closer. Like this girl knows how to like network and close deals without really trying. Like there were times like leading up to this event, right? This event actually was on a Saturday. So I know we're kind of talking about day one, but this is how it kind of happened because day one she got in was her Uber driver, right? She made this connection and all throughout, she's trying to figure out, what day, what time, what can they do, what pricing, was this gonna work out? And she would just take these calls in the middle of her Uber. She was such a boss, like just like, yeah, let's do this, blah blah blah. Like I was like, I had never seen like that side of Creatress before, so it was pretty badass to see Creatress like work in that way, because like she is multi talented for sure. Like yes, she's the artist and she's creates all this awesome art. But this chick, she can close deals, man. So very impressed.
Thanks, Val. I know a lot of people don't know this about me, but like when I want to get something done, like I'll make shit happen. But also, I worked in sales and I worked in business development. Like I used to have to sell to attorneys and like really smart people. So for me, talking to like attorneys was always like a big hurdle in my mind because when you think of attorney, like that's usually someone that's really smart, right? They've had to have learned and like reading, writing, passing all these really hard tests, right? So I got comfortable speaking to them and selling to them. So by comparison, I feel like almost anyone else is like relatively easy to talk to, or at least easier. So that definitely I feel like prepared me for negotiations with just about everybody. Those like 3-4 years that I worked in that industry, and yeah, I'm happy to make things happen. Yeah, y'all need a partnerships director? Let me know. Um, I'm here for it. I try to just focus on the art, but inevitably things come up, and then I gotta bring in the other skills. So just happy to have them. But yeah, what else are we talking about today? Oh wait, DJ, you gotta open up that blunt. It is crazy. Like I actually didn't end up getting a little gift bag because I gave mine away. But I did get to like smoke that thing because my friend Vero got one, and it's crazy. Like you could probably smoke that thing over the course of a week, depending on how much you smoke. Dude, that is like one of those things for when you have friends. Like you gotta have at least 5-6 friends there to help you, or you gotta take it a little bit at a time. Just gotta tell you, it is intense. It is legit. Those guys hooked it up with the goodie bags for sure.
We'll be doing that. We'll be doing that. I'll be getting my gang ready, and I'll let you know how it went. Thank you. Also, I shared up here like it has like a pictures and the video that I showcase at Loom with you that night. So yeah, that's what I shared up here, and that was really cool. They do an amazing job at Loom, showcasing all the art because you can see your work projected on the walls, on the ground. Like basically they give the artist, its spotlight, its moment. And they have like projections upstairs, and also TVs and projections downstairs. So I just think they do a great job featuring everybody's work. So yeah, very grateful for that, and I'm so happy that you also got to be part of that night with Palm Dow.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so here you go. VJ Delaria and I both were exhibited at Palmdale April 1st. And then April 4th, both Eunice and I were exhibited together by Forbidden Fruit at the non NFT NYC at the Oculus. So I got two of my fellow artists that I exhibited with in New York here in the space, and we didn't even plan it. They just showed up because they're so cool. So shout out to Eunice and BJ Deliria. Check out their work. I know Eunice has a few songs available to collect right now, so check her out. I know VJ Deliria's got some art, so take a look. Take a look. Yeah, this was a really awesome trip, and the fact that like I got to be in exhibitions with my friends, I mean, things are just getting better and better, honestly. And then I got to perform with my friends. Like Eunice and I had not gotten to perform together. We performed at the same event in Miami in 2022, but we hadn't performed together, so that was really cool. I see we got our homie Mr. Stoffax Cap, and I'm sure I said that wrong, but that's not what I know him by. So what's up, Cap?
Yeah, no, you can always call me Kyle. That's fine. But yeah, it's Staff X Cap, but I'm fully docked, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, how's it going? How's your guys' space been?
Sup, Kyle? Oh.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I'm like kind of far away from my mic.
No, yeah, I hear you. I accidentally muted myself. But hello. Yeah, I think this is going great. We just kind of started in a way, and we're just trying to share our day ones of like how NFT NYC was. We're gonna have like spaces every day where we cover the different days of New York. So yeah, if you want to share, like what was your day one like, what, because I know you showed up like at least a week before the actual conference. So I don't know if you want to share from there or what your day one was looking like once everybody was in town.
Yeah, so like I guess I mean I was gone for a while. For one, I was in New York and Philly for a little bit for like 3 weeks. And I was working with my CTO. So like we were getting some stuff done for the Swap News app and then Go to Gamer as well. But we got to connect with some of our business partners over at Discover. Prior to we met up with Doug and got out to Putt Shack in Philadelphia, which is pretty cool. It's like a mini putt spot. We had a couple drinks and went there, and it's always good to kind of touch base with partners. But as far as day one goes, well, technically there's Times Square the night before, so on April 2nd, that's always really cool to see the artists featured in Times Square. Really a special moment, and like I was given like a feedback loop for NFT NYC this year, and I'm sure many others were as well. Like, where else can you have a conference that features artwork in Times Square for artists? Like, how cool is that? Like even the speakers are even shown there. And I think that is such a special moment, especially because like as kids we're talked, like we learn about New York and what's special about it, and it's like the city of dreams, right? And a lot of that comes to life for the first time for some of these artists as they're gaining extra exposure, or even speakers and so on. So can't underplay that moment. That's truly incredible. And then as far as like the day one goes, I was kind of like in the main stage for majority of the day. Listened to Jody and Cameron speak. They kicked it off, and they had and I'm going to butcher his name, so I'm just going to say the artist billionaire, the the main sponsor for the conference, because I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway, they're doing the Nifty 30 documentary, and they're like breaking down the art piece that he created that was like 100 meters long, and that's going to be fractalized in NFTs. That was really cool. A lot of photos there. And then we learned about runes from Casey Rodimer, the creator of Ordinals Protocol. So we actually captured that and we posted it as well.
Wait, he was there as a speaker day one?
Yeah, day one. So he was at like noon with Aaron and Raph. So that was really cool. Obviously, that's a pretty hyped thing coming right now, is Runes Protocol, and everyone's kind of gearing up for that.
Oh, yes, people are gearing up for that. What a funny thing that you brought that up, Kyle, because I don't know if you noticed the title of the room.
Yeah, Runes is wild. I'm like pre-mining with all these different ordinals and stuff right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there, and I'm gonna ask you to give a little 101 for anyone who might be listening either now or later, and then also for me, of course, because B Dizzle and I have been I might have just ordered an SD card to get this show on the road. So please.
Yeah. You're actually on a better trajectory than me currently with an SSD. So I have to actually add in a new one to my PC as well. And the significance of that is to essentially run a node from my PC. And I need to look in a little bit further into the details of the significance of it, but it's essentially going to save you a lot of fees with runes, is what I caught from it. I have to definitely capture that more. But if you are a Magic Eden user, which a lot of us only are, for all those in the crowd, they have a pre-runes tab and the main page for Magic Eden. And basically what this is saying is these projects are known projects that are planning to drop runes to the people that essentially hold these ordinals. They're all going to have different like gamifying metrics and all that. Basically, each block that is mined could potentially give you a reward in runes at the launch of Runes Protocol. So that is kind of the significance without like going overboard with it. So it does require a lot of research, and I would say there's better people that could to speak about runes. I would say I'm like a little over a beginner in experience with it, I guess, with like the knowledge base. But if you want to hear the video that we recorded, it's on the swap YouTube. So it's Casey talking, and you can hear directly from him. So that would be the space SWOP. And we posted it the other day on our account. Actually, do you mind if I pin that?
No, please do.
Yeah, let me get that, because that I think that'd be really helpful for people. Casey is definitely a very energetic dude. We ended up meeting him later on, but I'll save that for another day, for your NFT NYC recap.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't day one, right?
No, that was day one. That wasn't day one.
What day was it? So we know in case we want to invite you back to hear the story.
So that was day 2, actually. So
okay.
Perfect.
Not too far off, but oh, where did I post this?
All right, we'll have you come on back tomorrow for day 2. Today's been day 1. Today's been day 1 recap, or like day 0/day 1, because we had stuff going on day 1 that we didn't get to go to, and then we did go to one thing. We went to the Loom event. I don't know if we took any photos. Did we take any photos there, Val?
We took one. Was it on my camera or yours? We were like, it was in the mirror downstairs in the basement. Woo. Do you remember that? Was that on yours?
I vaguely remember. It, but I'll have to look through my pictures. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't have a single photo from Loom on my camera roll. Oh my goodness, I have to get so much better about taking photos with people. There was also a few people that I saw that I didn't take photos with. I regret. I saw Mumbot and I didn't say hi to her immediately, and then I didn't see her again. So that was a fail. Let's see. Yeah. I just got to put it out there. If you ever see me anywhere, please say hi. I also had a few people who were like, "Oh, I thought it was you, but I wasn't sure," and someone was talking to you or something. I was like, "Next time interrupt." Next time interrupt, y'all. I wanna meet everybody. Someone also in the chat was like, "Oh, I totally saw you, but I didn't realize it was you until like later on. I saw like you post a photo of what you were wearing that day, and like it matched up, and that's how I knew it was you." And I was like, "Ah." So that's another tip for everybody. If you're going to these events and you want your friends to be able to recognize you that you haven't seen in person, maybe consider posting a picture of what your outfit looks like in the beginning of your day. And that way you give people more of an idea what you look like out there on that specific day. Kyle, so anything else you want to share about your day 1 experience? What about your friend? What about what's your homie's handle, by the way?
So Daniel is at Real Daniel McCoy, or Real Dan McCoy, it should be, which is he's fully doxxed as well. He's our CTO, and he's going to be brought on as co-founder as well here soon. But yeah, we pretty much think the first night we went to Salt Bay's Steakhouse. It was like Nasiri. I don't even know how it's called. But basically there was like a giant painting of Salt Bay, which was interesting. I didn't even know it was this place until we got in there and I saw the the merch and everything, and they dropped the salt just like that. So that was interesting. We walked around quite a bit, and then I'm trying to think of what event we went to. I think we went to the Happening. Oh yeah. We went to the Happening for sure, the Nolcha show. And that was with like a bunch of different ordinals parties. And it was like Bitcoin Frogs. I'm a holder of that ordinal community. I also had like Bitcoin Whales, and I think there was like Famojis and Pizza Ninjas and several others. But yeah, met Frog Toshi for the first time. He got us bottle service and brought us up to VIP, and we were riveting our faces off for a while, and that was a good time. I got to meet quite a bit of frog community members, and we all bonded through rivets. So that was a good ribbit.
Oh my gosh, I wish there was a ribbit like sound effect, but I don't think there is. There's only crickets.
There you go. It's a ribbit in there.
Close. But yeah, no, it was a great time. We ended up getting back super late. Typically the first couple times at events, we kind of like stagger back at like 4 or 5 a.m. and then all of a sudden the conference starts in a few hours. So it's kind of like an endless loop of that for several days, as everyone's connecting. For those that haven't been to conferences, like always go with a smaller group and always kind of split off from your group and network as much as possible. It's the best way to kind of get intertwined with other communities and other groups. Oh, and get a media pass when possible, because if you are an influencer or if you have a media presence, do a lot of spaces and all that, it could save you quite a bit for entering some of the conferences, and potentially get you into certain parties and connected to other projects founders or individual speakers and stuff at the event. So I would say highly suggest those badges, because they can work wonders. So
how do you get a media pass?
So this was our second year doing NFT NYC. We have to submit an application in order to do that. Fortunately I have a media company. So like we have covered Bitcoin Miami in the past, and we've done other conferences such as the ICPCC, which we have that again this year. And then going to be targeting like Consensus at the end of May, and we'll be at Bitcoin Nashville for sure. I know Bitcoin Nashville wants us this year, and then potentially VCon and others. But basically, you have to have an established presence with media. And if you're interested in becoming an influencer or anything like that, getting involved with like doing threads, these spaces and stuff are a great like onboarding way to do that and create an audience. And then basically what you do is you're going to write articles potentially, and share your content that you shot, whether you're doing photography or videography of the event. You'll have to share some stuff like that. So I'm still currently editing some stuff that we have. We're going to release like a B-roll for several of the events that we were at, and then like the overall conference as well. So looking forward to dropping that. Just a lot of like gigabytes to go through. But I would say if you have the interest of becoming an influencer, definitely go down that road, because it could save you an $800 ticket, in some cases even more, for attending a conference that you're already interested in. So And then you get to connect and meet with the people that you've been, working with, or, just that you've shared a space with, or connected with online, and that's really special in that too. So definitely worth applying for the speaker badges. I would just say do it early and often. The earlier you are, you might be able to get a second badge, and most places will only limit you to one or two, because it is obviously taking from the event, to like, you're getting a free badge, right? So they're expecting something from you in return. So don't underplay it. Like, definitely show out so that you build up a good reputation that way, because then you're going to get invited more and more. So, but yeah, open to you both.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, I always wondered how that all works, and I think actually I did end up getting a media badge for one of the badges they gave me as an extra for someone to come take photos and stuff. So yeah, that was cool. I just wasn't sure. I didn't realize it was like a separate application or anything. But this is great. This is some good tips. Definitely thinking about going to the Nashville event. So yes, let's connect on that. Maybe we could do something. Yeah. Val, what do you got? I think it's been about an hour already. Can you believe?
An hour already. I think it's been perfect, talking just about day 0 and day 1. Um, yeah, it's been good. I love hearing everybody's stories, and how it was for them on the first day. I definitely want to share my first day too. My first day, actually, I was a little worried because I noticed that my flight, I could see New York and Staten Island and the ocean below me, so I knew we were already here. Um, but I started noticing that our flight was doing a couple circles. We were not landing. And I looked at my phone and the time, and I'm like, we were supposed to land at 6:15. It was already pushing like 6:30, 6:45. And I'm like, but they hadn't announced anything on the intercom or anything. And it was a little scary just because you're like, oh, why aren't they landing? We landed safely and just was okay. But I had heard from others that other planes were circling because they couldn't land safely, because of how thick the clouds were. And just yeah, it was some people's flights were delayed. I know one of our I guess mentors, you could say, from ICP. His flight got delayed in Washington. I think so did Keegan's, got delayed from San Diego to New York. So some people had some issues coming in on those first few days, but I'm glad to hear everyone did eventually land safely. But yeah, the first few days was pretty windy and rainy. Um, but that didn't stop us. No, no, no. That did not stop us from networking and partying and connecting and having a good time. We were out here. So, yeah, day 1, got to go to the Airbnb, was spending some time with Paper Buddha. It was also my first time meeting Paper Buddha, and got to meet some of the other artists that were staying in the house. And I was actually kind of worried because the Airbnb that I saw that they booked had no reviews. It had no reviews. It was newly listed. And last NFT NYC back in 2022, I was rugged by Airbnb. I usually book with Superhosts, but that last time I took a chance and I just booked it. And then right in the middle of the flight, they said that they were canceling it and that I needed to cancel it. If I had canceled it, then I would be taking the hit with the fee and they would still be getting the money. So it's obviously a scam. And so I was just a little worried. I was like, oh, I hope Paper Buddha, didn't get one of these scam ones. But no, it was real. It was a real place. We were slept there comfortably, nicely. It held up during the earthquake. We'll talk about that in our next space because I think that was day 3, if I'm not mistaken, when the earthquake happened. Uh, you know, so yeah, the Airbnb was awesome. Had a good time. Had like a patio in the back. People got to hang out, chill, and smoke. Um, and rest. So Airbnb was great. Got to meet up with Creatress. Oh, Creatress, what'd you say? We had our first sleepover together. She stayed with me day 1. We shared a bed together.
LOL. Yeah, that was fun. I was like, when we were about to go to sleep, I was like, oh, I think this is our first sleepover.
I was just laughing because I was like, it was quiet, and then she just out of nowhere, I think this is our first sleepover. I was like, it is. So yeah, it was great. It was great having Creatress as a roommate, and yeah, just getting to know Paper Buddha. I ended up instead of paying for the Airbnb, just cash, he let me mint one of his one of ones. So oh, thank you, Creatress. I told with the giveaway. Thanks for putting that up there. But yeah, I got to get one of his one of ones, and like it's this beautiful piece of artwork. Let me see if I think he posted it. Let me see if I can pin it up top real quick. Let's see. Paper Buddha. But that was super awesome of him to let me mint his artwork so that I could stay um, at his venue. Let's see. Let's see. Here it is. Live auction. No, it's not this one. Let me see. It's like this huge piece, and it's meant to be up on a TV screen or a big screen. Ah, yeah, it's been sold to me. Awesome. Cause it was up for auction and I was one of the bidders. So I pinned it up top. So this is one of his art pieces. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, I can't wait to share more because I learned a lot from Paper Buddha. Paper Buddha is really great at trading, kind of knowing some of the alpha. And so that's kind of like one of the things is that like if you're a part of his collectors and his group called the Temple, you get added to like a Telegram. Obviously you get to mint his artwork, but you also get to stay at the Airbnb for cheaper, save some money, hang out with cool artists and network. And then he also kind of helps you learn how to trade, learn how to read charts, what to look out for, different things, different things. So can't wait to share more in these upcoming spaces.
Yeah, he's great. And for anyone who doesn't follow Paper Buddha, you should. It's got great art. And he does have a Telegram where he talks about all the things. He's got a DeFi channel. She shares alpha on different coins that he's looking at, things like that. But with that, I think I want to just shift over to sharing about the giveaway, and then we're going to close it up because I do have to pick up Mr. Atlas. Today is Wednesday, and that means short day at school. Yay! Short days. So anyway, Val, do you want to share a little bit about the giveaway? I have the thing up here. The flyer. The flyer has QR codes, so you could just QR code this thing. You don't need to click any links. And I also put it up here. It's pinned at the top, so there's no missing it, y'all. It's pinned up at the top, and it's on the screen.
Oh, we knew it. Okay, well, real quick. This is supposed to be ICP raffle 4. Number 3 was the one we did at IRL.
Oh, well, I thought we didn't pull that winner, so I thought we were just gonna.
We have not yet, but I was gonna look back and So maybe, yeah, maybe we just let them know here in the space, and then we'll post up a new one that says ICP Raffle 4, because we did say the people in IRL would do the ICP Raffle 3. So I want to make sure we stick to our words, you know. But okay, well, with that being said, the graphic is gonna be similar with the QR codes. So feel free, scan these QR codes, but you will be using a different hashtag than the one that it shows in the graphic. Okay. So step one, you're gonna scan that first QR code, which is going to take you to the landing page to create your internet ID, your internet computer ID. And Internet Computer Protocol, by the way, if you did not know, sponsored Creatress and I. Thanks to Kyle. Shout out to Kyle here as a speaker. He was awesome in helping us in the process of getting this grant. But we got $15,000 to do this, and part of our grant is to onboard new users to the ICP ecosystem. ICP is a decentralized cloud storage, cheaper fees, allows you, if you're an artist, to mint your ordinals collection. If you're looking to mint on Bitcoin, also on Ethereum, you can transact on there, pretty cheap as well. So check them out. Also follow Kyle up here on stage, Stoffax Cap. He's also part of their ecosystem. If you have any questions, he's also a really, really great resource to tap into. Um, but yes, so what you're going to do is create an ID. You do not need to download any apps, which is super nice. You don't need to download software, nothing like that. You literally just go on this website. It's a landing page. It's going to ask you to create a passkey. And what you'll get is an ID, and it's a string of about 7 numbers, I believe. And make sure what you can do is either copy that string of numbers or screenshot it. And I want you to tweet with your picture or the ID number and use the hashtag ICP Raffle 4. ICP Raffle 4. And that will get you entered into winning $100 of CKBTC. One CKBTC is equal to one Bitcoin. So CKBTC, CK stands for chain key. And basically, the way I like to think about it, and Kyle probably will kick my butt because it's more technical than this, but the way I like to look at it, and understand it, is CKBTC code. That last QR code is going to take you into open chat. We have a chat channel called There's Layers to This, and we've partnered with Kyle here. Kyle has an open chat for the swap, and he's been awesome. He let us create a channel under there where we can actually gift the winner $100 directly in the chat. And so open chat is basically ICP version of Telegram. Do not need to download any apps. This is all browser based, right from your laptop, your computer, your phone, and get in there and say hello.